Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today, we're looking at getting a ditch over here filled in, and we've been trying to use big round bales, and it has such a big watershed on it. It just keeps cutting and cutting and cutting the bank out, and if it keeps cutting, we're not going to be able to get into the next paddock over here with livestock or four-wheeler or anything. It's working its way back west. And so I just decided to bite the bullet, and we brought in some big rock. My foot, that's 12 inches. That rock is probably 18. Most of these rocks are anywhere from 8 inches to 16-inch diameter. There's some big ones in there. There's one that's probably 2 foot. There's another one. But anyway, I needed something that wasn't going to move. And I normally don't use rock, and I've tried putting big round bales in it, and they'll hold for a couple of years, but it's such a deep cut. I'll just take you over here and show it to you. It's a ways over here, so I didn't want the dump truck driving across my land. It's kind of wet, and there's a sinkhole right there. It goes way down in there. That truck would have drove over that. You probably have to go get a wrecker to get him out. I've only got one dump truck stuck. That was the year I got out of high school. I built that log cabin, and I'd had a dozer in there and cut a new driveway in. And I mean, that dozer went up and down that driveway all day long. And I mean, it looked like it was just rock hard. But it was a brand new, freshly excavated dirt with a D7 cat packing it. Well, I brought out a load of 3-inch rock. And it was the springtime, and they told me at the corner, now, if this truck gets stuck, you're paying for it to get it out. I'm like, oh, sir, you don't understand. I said, it's hard out here. It's not going to be a problem. So this truck pulled in there, and I mean, he sunk. But luckily, when he pulled in, he backed in. And so he's able to start dumping some rock. And he kept jarring his truck back and forth, filling that big hole up with rock. And he finally kind of built a bridge out of my rock and got out without having to call a wrecker. And I tell you what, that was scary, because I was poor as a church mouse, and I didn't have nothing. Barely had money to pay for that rock, let alone a $500 to $800 wrecker bill. Anyway, here's what we got. It's actually a little branch, and we're in a terrible drought. Normally there's some water in here. Well, there's some. There's a little bit of water. There's actually a spring. But you can see what's happening here. It's just falling off. It used to be, this was all filled in. This was all, well, there's the gate. We used to run them straight across here. You can't do that anymore. And so I'm going to put one load in right here. I'm going to see how far that goes. And we may put one more in back here. And then it's just done. Because this cut, somebody's got a train horn on their truck. Huh, I thought that was illegal. Anyway, I kept hearing this train honking a horn. There's no trains out here. But yeah, so right now we bring the cattle and the sheep through that gate, and they circle around, and every time we come by her after a heavy rain, it's doing this. It just keeps cutting off this bank. And so I'm not going to put a dozer on it. You go in there and try and push that in with a dozer, all you're going to get is a deeper wash. I've got to get this cut stopped. And it's going to take big rock. Then have Johnny drive back and forth with his skid steer and pack it in real well. And I think we'll have it. But now that I'm looking at it, it's going to take 2 loads. I don't think 1 load's going to do it by any means. But it needs to be done. And I just noticed my gate. When we closed that last time, we got a stick stuck in it. And there is some serious power in this wire. I'm not gonna touch that, only with my rubber boot. There we go. The sheep are right up there on the hill. This is the next paddock they'll be coming into. And I love these rope gates. That's that 1/4-inch rope. It's got the 22 filaments in it, steel filaments. I mean, it is conductive. And we just drill a hole through a fiberglass rod and put a slip knot on that, so that if that does get a little sag in it, we can untie it from either end, just pull that slip knot out and retighten it. Looks pretty darn good. So, yeah. Well, we're in January 14th, and you know what? I think it's 52 degrees out here. It's warm. We were 35 below zero here, wind chill that is, here back right around Christmas time. This is Missouri. Things change and they change quick. But we've got a lot of stockpiling. Look at this. This is one of our sheep paddocks. And so we'll be here in, let's see, we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 days up there on the hill, 3 2-day strips. And then we'll be dumping them into here, the sheep and the guard dogs. And the sheep are just doing 100. They really are. And I did want to put a plug out there. We're going to be selling, for the first time ever, some bred hair sheep ewe lambs. And they're due to lamb May 1st. And we're going to get them all ultrasounded, so we, it's not a guess. There's a baby lambs in there, lamb or lambs, and we're going to be selling those on our auction format. Excuse me. And don't know the exact number yet, but there's going to be several. So they're super good sheep. They're from a friend of mine down by Eldon, Missouri, just south of Missouri. Raised the right way, no worming, no grain, hot wire broke, rotated, just nice sheep. Super clean group of sheep. And everybody always calls, well, Greg, we want some pregnant ewes. I'm like, we don't sell pregnant ewes. I'm going to winter them. I'm going to lamb them. But this guy's got a bunch of them, and we're going to get them preg tested March 15th. And so they're going to need to be picked up by 1st of April, because you don't want to be hauling them right when they lamb. They're going to start lambing May 1st. So anyway, that's in the process. You can watch I'll be doing a special video on it, and somebody's going to get some really nice bred ewe lambs to start their own flock with. And of course, with them being bred, you wouldn't even need to buy a ram right now. You could wait until next winter, or next December. Well, actually, you want to buy him in August, September, to get him adapted to your farm to get your ewes bred back. And of course, the rams, they wouldn't be related to the ewes because they'd be coming out of our flock, the rams. But just something to keep on the horizon. And if you're interested, go to greenpasturesfarm.net, fire me an email, and we're going to also be selling some sheep starter kits of our own. Those will be ewe lambs coming out of our flock, and those would be picked up the end of August. So that's all coming up. Everyone have a good one, and hit that subscribe button on the way out, and have a great day.